Hello and welcome to Wild Heart Yoga Holistic Healing for today's Yin Yoga practice with nerve flossing. Let's get started today by just finding a comfortable position on our backs. Gently tucking the shoulder blades down and back, arms at the sides, palms facing up. I'm going to give you just a couple minutes here to begin checking in with yourself before we get into our poses today. So simply first notice any particular areas of pain, tension, or discomfort within your body. Scanning through head to toe, simply noticing whatever is happening for you right now. Maybe also taking note of the state of your mind and emotions. Without engaging any thoughts, simply noticing whatever is present. And then bring your awareness back to the breath, noticing the belly rise with each inhale and fall with every exhale. If you wish to set an intention for your practice today, I'd invite you to do so now. Alright, in your own time, begin to lift your right leg as you interlace your hands behind the thigh. I want you to begin to straighten that leg as far as you can, right until you start to feel a stretch. Then from that position, we're going to slowly just begin bending at the knee, then extending through that leg. Just a few times at your own speed. Very small movements here, so the point is not to feel a deep stretch, but to get that nerve to glide back and forth, loosening up those adhesions of the sciatic nerve. Alright, now we're going to go back to that position where you just start to feel the stretch, and then we're going to flex and point the foot a few times. Again, move with the breath here, just taking your time. This is just meant to be a gentle but effective movement. Alright, go ahead and release that leg now. And let's just take it to the other side, interlacing the hands behind that left thigh now. And begin to extend until you get to that place just before feeling a stretch. And here we can begin bending and extending through the knee a few times. Again, just making these movements small and gentle here. Stay focused on your breath as you're doing these. Staying present. Alright, now go ahead, find that extended position again, and now point and flex the toe. Just observing how the sensation is affecting maybe your back or your hips. For some of you, especially those of you who have some low back pain or sciatic nerve adhesions, you may feel a lot of sensations with this, while others may not feel much of anything happening here. Alright, go ahead and release the legs now. And while we stay on our back for a few moments longer, simply feel any sensations, any shifts that have begun to occur. And let's take 3 deep breaths together. So take an inhale while you fill your dantian in that low belly space. And sigh it away, making that exhale long and slow. Again, inhale, feel that belly rise. And let it go. One more inhale. And sigh it away. Great job. Now in your own time, gently turn onto your left side and meet me seated for our next pose. We're going to start with our single leg shoelace. So with the right leg extended ahead of us, let's bring the left leg over, aligning the knees and bringing that left foot in towards the hip. Take an inhale, lengthening through the spine, making sure that low back is straight, or maybe sitting on the edge of a pillow or bolster if it's not. As you exhale, first just bend forward as far as you can from the hips with the flat back. Just breathe here for a moment, taking note of how it's feeling. And then we're going to begin flossing the nerve gently here by inhaling and exhale as you bring the toes toward the shin, tucking the chin to the chest. Again, inhale, lifting the head, relaxing the ankle. And exhale, flexing the foot, chin dropping. Continue like this a few more times on your own. All right, let's take another inhale now, lengthening through that spine once more. As you exhale, allow the upper body and head to begin to rest forward now, reaching toward the shin. Maybe resting onto a pillow or a bolster on your legs if this is a little too intense for you today. If you have any low back pain with this, then I want you to just bend forward as far as you can with that flat back, not curving through the spine at all. That will help to protect that lower back. So take whatever variation, modifications you need here, and then settle into the stillness, deepening your connection between the mind and the body as you intentionally bring your focus to the breath, simply being the observer of your own mind and body. Continue to breathe through any discomfort, using that breath as a tool to help you release tension, to go deeper, and to keep your mind focused and strong. Just a little bit longer here. Wonderful job. With your next exhale, begin to slowly roll the spine back up, one vertebrae at a time. Release the legs, and we're just going to take it to the other side whenever you're ready. So now extending that left leg, bringing the right leg over, aligning those knees. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the spine, imagining a string pulling from the crown of the head up into the sky. As you exhale, begin to fold from the hips, maintaining that flat spine. Feel how this side is maybe feeling different than that first side. Just observe. Then let's begin doing our gentle flossing with each exhale as we pull the toes toward the shin and tuck the chin toward the chest. Inhale, releasing the foot as the neck rises. Exhale, toes to the shin as the chin comes to chest. And continue a few more times like this, moving gently, mindfully. All right, go ahead and release the foot now. Let's take that inhale again, lengthening through the spine. As you exhale, if your body allows today, begin to allow the chest and the forehead to melt towards the shins now. Relaxing everything that doesn't need to be tensed up right now. Scanning the body, noticing any areas that are holding onto that tension. Maybe holding emotional energy or stress. Take an inhale, inviting oxygen into those areas of stiffness and tension. And with your exhale, imagine it melt out of the body, letting go of anything that isn't serving you right here, right now. We have about 1 minute left on this side, so I will leave you to enjoy this silence, to listen to the wisdom of the body. On your next exhale, once again roll that spine back up one vertebrae at a time. Release that top leg, just extending both the legs ahead of you now. Let's take an inhale, straightening through the spine again. And like we just did with our exhale, let's fold from the hips, maintaining that flat back. Now this time we're going to do some flossing by bringing the chin toward the chest while we pull both the toes up together. So go ahead and start doing this small movement at your own pace, tucking the chin as those toes pull up, relaxing the ankles as the head comes up, breathing through these movements. Okay, now if you have that low back pain again, then just stay with your straight spine here, maybe resting the forehead against an upright bolster or foam roller. If your body allows, now on your next exhale, allow the chest and forehead to reach closer toward the knees. Inhaling deep into that dantian. Exhaling fully and slowly, all the air leaving the lungs as you surrender deeper into this pose. Inhale, mindfully scanning the body. Exhale, letting go, releasing the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, upper legs, even the arms if you can, allowing gravity to take you into a deeper surrender. This Yin Yoga practice is so great by offering us space and stillness and silence so that we can learn to simply observe our thoughts and emotions to notice how our thoughts shape our emotional reality. And we learn to really meet ourselves where we're at. We increase our threshold for distress tolerance while we breathe through discomfort. And in being the observer of our own minds, we create space for neuroplasticity, which is the rewiring or the forming of new neural pathways, essentially learning new ways to think and respond to information, to situations or triggers. So don't brush this practice off as being worthless or a waste of time, because in these moments of stillness and this quiet, it really is such a valuable time to learn to know ourselves deeper. All right, great job. With your next exhale, begin to roll the spine up one vertebrae at a time. And in your own time, find your way onto the back for a short rebound. So again, you may want to gently tuck the shoulder blades down and back, arms at the sides, palms facing up. Simply feel the echo of the pose here. Any shifts that have begun to occur in the mind or the body. Noticing any physical sensations happening, maybe a gentle buzzing or tingling in the areas we've been releasing. All right, when you are ready, go ahead and turn onto your left side. And you can watch as I show you our next pose, which is going to be our lumbar back bend with triangle legs. So for this pose, you'll need a prop, something like a bolster, a rolled yoga mat, or a pillow or blanket. Anything of the sort really should work, so just work with what you have available. Then we're going to place whatever your prop is under the low back, but we want to make sure that the glutes stay grounded to the mat here. So if your glutes come up when your shoulders are back, then you need a smaller prop, something not as tall. But be sure to start smaller and go larger if you can, especially if you're having some sciatic nerve pain. We just want this to be a gentle back bend. So once you have your prop under that lumbar spine, then let's bring the knees together and begin to walk the feet out towards the sides as the knees fall inward. So we're going into our groin here, really doing this to just counter the outward hip rotations we did with our first pose. Allow those knees to be heavy against each other. Relax everything else. Relaxing the glutes, the hips, the back. Inhaling into the low belly. And side away, slowly letting go of the tension, surrendering your body to the mat beneath you. Continue to use that breath as an anchor, bringing your focus back there every time the mind tries to wander. Not engaging in any thoughts that come up, simply observing them without judgment, and then returning to your anchor point. Inhaling through the nose to fill the belly, and exhaling from the back of the throat like a sigh, letting all the air out in order to get the muscles to relax a little deeper, to make more space for the fascia to let go. We have about 1.5 minutes left here, so I will leave you to enjoy the stillness and quiet. All right, wonderful job. When you're ready, go ahead and plant both the feet on the mat again. Gently lift the hips as you pull your prop out from behind you. Then just roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time onto the mat, taking your time to extend the legs as you find your way into your Shavasana. Now, if you have any low back pain, trying to lay flat here, then think about pulling that low belly in so that low back is flatter to the mat. If you have to, maybe even keeping the feet flat on the mat with the knees up. Allow the arms to rest at the sides, palms facing up. Once again, return your attention to the breath, just following each rise and each fall. Scan through the body, seeing if you notice any areas still holding on to any tension. And with your next exhale, see if you can imagine a wave of relaxation washing over the body, carrying that away. Inhale, relaxation washing up the body. Exhale, tension melting away. I'd invite you to stay in Shavasana even longer today if you have time. But if you're ready to finish with me, then on your next exhale, gently turn onto your right side and meet me in seated for our final closing breath together. Inhale as you reach the arms overhead, stretching tall, waking the body back up. And exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. taking a moment to simply acknowledge yourself for taking the time to honor your mind and body in this way today. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me. I hope that this practice has alleviated some pain or tension for you and prepared your mind to handle your day with ease. If you liked this class, please do me a huge favor and don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to stay up to date with all of my latest classes. These are the two best ways that you can easily and for free support this channel and help me expand my reach, which I appreciate more than you know, since yoga is a very competitive topic on YouTube. So thank you again for whichever ways you choose to support me and for joining today's class. Have a blessed day, and I will see you soon, my friends. Namaste.